So today I'm going to do the bare minimum. I'm going to try to do as little as possible on the projects that don't make me money and as much as possible on the things that will make me money very fast. So that's the goal for today. I have a target. I need to open up the project with courses and really focus on the painting courses. Those are making me money. YouTube is not making me a dime. Today is 3rd of February 2024 and I am feeling a bit weird. I don't know why physically. And I'm gonna have some coffee and I'm gonna drink some water in order to really have a better feeling inside of my body. Coffee, am I right? The nectar of gods. It's amazing to really see how you can use different cameras in different ways. And I'm being I cannot English today. I haven't waken up properly. Usually that's how it goes. I wake up, I make a coffee, and I put a nice shirt on or a bad shirt on, and I start filming. I do a holotropic meditation before I film, and then that's it. I just press record. I do the settings on the camera, and then I press record. So I'm not gonna change the camera too much. This time I'm just gonna be able to edit faster. So keeping in mind to do that bare minimum that needs to be done. Because if I spend a lot of time just moving the camera from place to place to place, then it's gonna be very difficult for me to edit. And yeah, I'm looking actually forward today to seeing this experiment out. Like, I really want to split everything down in 1 minute intervals to just build, like, in 1 hour to build enough momentum to see if it's really going the way I want. Like, if it really works. I'm gonna do this for a few days. I'm gonna try to do 1 to 2 minutes and then build the momentum in order to have a lot of just speed and agility towards the things that I want. Do you remember how I was beating myself up yesterday because I wasn't doing the things that make me money? Well, and I also talked about taking risks. And I took a risk today. I hired someone to edit my videos, my courses, and I am so excited to really have them work on the courses and I can make more courses because I was thinking that I would have never done this if I didn't do a 30-day meditation challenge. So basically, what I am doing is paying someone a lot of money to edit 30 of my videos, which is almost 8 months of posting courses. So it's going to be fun to have them edit. I need to actually paint a lot of courses. I took some canvases out of the frames, just like this, so that I have fresh canvases. I'm gonna actually put some canvas on top of them to be able to make more courses. I have about 10 and I need to do about 26, 25 actually. It's actually a fun time to be creative, and basically he's happy with the fact that he has another project to work on. I'm happy because he has a lot of experience editing videos and I don't have to teach him anything. And basically, I can focus on something else because if you think about it, nobody can do the courses that I make. Well, a lot of people can do them if they know a lot of painting and they have the equipment, but in regards to things that I can delegate, I can really delegate the editing part. A lot more people can do the editing part besides me, but I have to be the one painting the actual courses. And yeah, it's a fun way to look at things, and I wouldn't have taken this risk. It seems counterintuitive because I really want to buy a house, but I'm actually spending about 20% of the down payment on his uh, quote unquote salary. And yeah, but also I can get that money once I post the courses, I can get that money back in 3 months. So it's not really an invest, it's not really how do you say this, a loss. I'm actually gonna profit out of it, and I'm gonna put more money on the side to be able to take and buy the house. It's hard for me to describe how excited I am to actually make the courses, because I was putting it off because I don't really like editing courses. It's way too boring and time consuming. In the time that I would edit those courses, I could have made double the amount of courses. So I could have made 60 more courses in the time that it takes me to edit them. So why not just hire someone to edit them, and then I'm gonna edit the intros and color grade them and export them, because I don't need him to export them because I'm gonna have to check his work. So I'm gonna do the color grading as well. It takes just about 5 minutes for each course. It takes longer to just look at the course than to actually color grade it, because it's just the same color grade for all the steps. Nothing changes. And I'm really, really, really happy that I made this choice. It's, you might be saying that, oh, if you want to buy a house, just focus on not spending a lot of money. But I'm not spending the money, I'm actually investing it in making more money. So, yeah, it's just going to provide me with another 30% income. Just imagine that. You would have to give up 3 months, 30% of 3 months of your income to have 30% more on top after you finish the whole thing. So, yeah, it's not really a big deal. If I hope he likes the editing and he likes the courses and he likes doing the things and he doesn't abandon me in the middle of the editing process. But even if he edits 5 of the courses, I'm just going to be happy, because the way I enticed him is I bundled all the courses together so that the sum seems impressive. But when you look at each course, the money for each course, it's not that much. So basically, yeah. But he's a very experienced editor, and if he can do it faster than me, then it's profitable for him as well. And I don't think he's going to be as nitpicky as I am, which is good because I kind of spend a lot of time just tweaking things and not really being efficient with my time, when I could have just do a rough cut and then small little changes, and that's it. But he's going to do a way better job than me, I think. I'm going to see. We're going to see together how he performs. There are 3 scenarios. One, he gives up on the project, he doesn't like it because it's too time consuming. Two, I give up on him because I don't like his editing. And three is everybody's satisfied, and made I just edited 30 courses without doing anything, just paying him. Yeah. You might be saying it's a lot to pay 20% of your down payment on a house to pay somebody to edit. But considering the fact that it's 30 courses, which is 7.5 months of posting courses, it's absolutely amazing. It will definitely bump up my income by 30 or 40%. So that's going to be an interesting thing. And yeah, in case you're wondering, a course of mine makes about, I don't know, $50 a month. So 30 courses times 50, that's good. It doesn't make $50 amount a month. It makes about 20. Sorry. I was like, no way it makes 50. Because that's too much. It would have been $500 per 10 courses. No way. No, I'm not making that much money. They are making actually about 20 to $25 each per month. Some of them make more, some of them make less, depending on what the audience likes. It's not a lot. It takes a lot of time to make a course, and if you really divide them by the hour, it takes about a year to just break even on the actual time investment, plus the sometimes the platform I'm posting them on Skillshare. So basically the platform sometimes decides if the course is not doesn't get enough students, or is not popular enough, or it doesn't have reviews, they can decide to take it off. So that, well, it's not really a bad thing, because those are really underperforming courses, so they're not making me. I calculated it was they only deleted the courses that were making like $5 every month, so it's not really a big deal. Plus, even the courses that are making like $5 every month, they are, in the first month, they are actually earning about $100 to $200. So yeah, it doesn't really matter. And then they just die off. But some other courses that are like hero courses can make, I don't know, $150 a month. So yeah, if I calculated that my courses make between 150 and 3,000 and no and $1,500 during their lifetime. So if I can get some courses that are making 1,500 then during their lifetime, just a few, then I'm just gonna bump up. So I calculate my numbers based on the 150. I never calculate on the most hopeful uh, trajectory and timeline. I actually just make my assumptions based on the worst performing courses, so that I can make proper calculations and see what I can afford and what I cannot. I think that's a good idea. When I started making courses, I actually calculated the same thing. I didn't compare myself with the top teachers. I compared myself with the bottom, the people who were making close to nothing. And I was like, okay, it's still worth it. If people who are making close to nothing are making some money, and I calculated how much, and it ended up being like 15 $20 a month per course, which I exceeded. And on average, I think it's it's about there, 20-25. So I'm above the smallest teacher, but I compensate by the fact that I post many more courses than other people. And sometimes I have bangers that just make 80, $150 a month. So yeah, those are rare. I think I have about 5 or 6 of them out of the 50 or so courses that I posted, or 60 or so courses. So yeah, but it's a fun time to be creative, and I'm excited tomorrow to paint. I don't know how many, but I'll try to do as many as I can, as many courses as I can. And yeah, it's not going to be hard to focus on the things that make me money now, because I only have the things that I like, which is making the actual courses and filming them, as opposed to editing them. And I wasn't editing them because I was creating this huge thing, huge burden on myself. I wasn't actually creating them because I was creating this huge anxiety above myself, just thinking I have to edit 6 courses, I have to edit 20 courses. So it would have been just harder and harder for me to edit them. So that's why I wasn't making new course, preparing new courses for the editing process. I wasn't create filming them actually. And yeah, tomorrow I'm actually probably gonna sell this painting. I'm going to a gallery to see if they actually requested this one and another painting, which I already gave them. And tomorrow morning I'm gonna go give them this one, and if the client wants one of them, I'm gonna have some monies out of my painting. I'm excited to sell paintings because I have so many. I have so many that I have to take the canvases off of the wood. Like basically, I stopped calculating, but about a year and a half ago, I calculated that I have about $6,000 in paintings already made. And I'm not talking about their price. I'm talking about the cost of materials. So, yeah, talking about bad investments, like painting didn't make me as much money as a camera would. Like I had a camera that costed me 200, less than 200, $180. And whoa, whoa, you fell. You fell. I caught her. So I started making courses with a camera that is from 2013 because I didn't have enough money to buy a better camera. It was the Canon T3i, also known as the 650D. I don't recommend it. My phone makes better videos, and you should actually buy a iPhone 7. If you It's half the price, and it shoots better video in 4K instead of 1080. But yeah, I learned how to use professional cameras. I learned it was a good photo camera, but a bad video camera. And basically, that camera made so much money. I think it made 100x. So I paid $190 and it made about $20,000, that one camera. So that's crazy to think about that. Nothing I own ever made me more money than that, just because the price of it was really cheap, but also because I was very excited to create a lot of courses with it. And I had the same problem. Like by the 6th course, I was hating editing them. So I hired 2 people, and I couldn't afford it to have 2 people. Luckily, one of them, unfortunately, it was the good one, the good employee. She quit, and I stayed with the other one, which was she wasn't that good, but she did her job, and without her, I wouldn't have been here. I wouldn't have had all of this gear, camera, laptops, everything else. And then I decided to take a vacation, and I didn't have the money to pay her if I took a vacation, and I had to say bye. She cried, unfortunately. Not because I was firing her, just because she liked me as an employer. And yeah, and then I had another person editing my ex. I had my ex editing my courses, which was nice. I was still paying her. I don't like to take advantage of relations. And I was helping her with her courses as well. So it was a good deal. I was providing her with all the equipment needed, and she was editing my courses, and I was paying her fairly for editing my courses. And she actually liked editing my courses. Unfortunately, now she has a job, so she can't edit. If she didn't have a job, she could have edited my courses. But yeah, it's been a lovely day. I am filled with happiness. I cannot wait to edit this video. In case there are two types of colors, it's because I kind of tweaked the color profile on this camera because I was using the wrong one, and now I'm using something else. If you want to know, I was using D-Log M, and now I'm using HLG because I'm very familiar with HLG, and it's so much faster to color grade because you don't need a lot for it. It's just higher dynamic range, and you just tweak the curves a bit, and then you have a beautiful image. And that's just about it. Thank you for being here, and see you tomorrow.